I mean, if you can't go back, dude, use what you got, man.
Yeah.
You know, just imagine, we're binational, fully bilingual. Some of us have knowledge in fields where it doesn't even exist here, man. We can do so much.
Here, in front of a call center in an area of Mexico City known as Little L.A., Israel Concha is connecting with recently returned migrants and deportees from the U.S.
Send me a what's up. We can help you out, man. There's recámaras, there's even cuartitos, way around this area where they're just going to ask you for the first month and the deposito. I would do that, man.
He was once deported himself, and now through his organization, Comienzos, he offers services to migrants struggling to adjust to life in a country they barely know.
It's pretty much America in Mexico. And that's how these guys feel. In their mind, they're American as you are. The only difference is that they weren't born in the U.S. They love America, and now they're getting used to being in Mexico, which is also part of them.
The support for returnees in Mexico is limited, but this area of town has evolved into a hub for migrants. And if Congress fails to extend the DACA program that protects at least 700,000 migrants who went as children to the U.S. from being deported, Little L.A. will soon see a new wave of returnees looking to rebuild their lives.
Since I was small, going to school, the Pledge of Allegiance, where at the end it says, right, with liberty and justice for all. Well, I felt let down.
Concha's parents illegally brought him across the Mexican border when he was just 4 years old. More than 30 years later, after getting a business degree and setting up his own taxi company, he was pulled over for speeding, and a background check revealed that he was undocumented. He then spent almost 2 years in a detention center before being deported in 2013 back to Mexico, a country he knew little about.
Every time I would take a step towards the international bridge, immigration would take 2 steps. They would tell us, go away, never come back, go home. I was treated like an animal, like zero. I saw my entire life in my eyes, and now that I didn't know how it was going to be, I started crying.
As Concha puts his life back together, he's trying to help deportees get settled. Some returned migrants no longer have family in Mexico and no place to go or even sleep. Others have trouble getting into public schools, and many only speak basic Spanish.
I think the thing that we suffer the most by being binational is the fact that even in Mexico we get discriminated by being like in public transportation and speaking English, you know, with other of our friends or whatever.
My accent, they notice I'm different. They're like, oh man, you know, your Spanish is not that good. You're from over there, right? Like, oh yeah, how you know? Because, I mean, I don't know, I just feel like they don't like strangers. You know, you got to start over. You know, you got your whole childhood over there. You got friends, everything, places you can go. You know, you come over here, the prices are different, the pay is different. Well, you know, it just depends on the opportunity you're given, you know.
As the community grows, businesses are starting to pop up in the Little L.A. neighborhood that cater to deportees. Edwin Malagon was deported 4 years ago and now runs a barber shop.
Mira que hora llega, pues. Sí, pásale, como siempre. The reason why I got deported is when I got pulled over in the car. One of the people that I had with, they left a bag of cocaine in the back seat. It reminds me of the barbershop in the States, because when I learned this, and it was like a Puerto Rican barbershop, there was a bunch of cultures coming in. I felt like when he finally gave me the chance, I was like, I can probably do this here.
I actually found this place. I came to visit the monument. I didn't even come looking for a job. I came to visit the monument, and I saw a bunch of guys with tattoos and stuff in front of the place, and I was like, what are these guys doing there, right? They were all like, hey man, we got you. Come over here. We're gonna send you. Let me tell you how it works. And yeah, that very same day I got the interview, and the next day they called me to come to work. So.
About the deportees, you see that more and more and more. It's just, you just gotta find a place for them. And that's where it is right here. Make you don't miss home that much. That's it. That's why we look at it.
The call centers are typically the first landing place for English-speaking migrants, but they have a reputation for paying low wages and working long hours. So new opportunities are starting to emerge. Deportados Unidos is a collective for recent deportees. They started an apparel brand printing and selling t-shirts. An Hola Code is a training program for recent bilingual returnees to learn computer software engineering. Still, adapting to a new life isn't easy for those stuck between two countries.
Whenever I got arrested, my wife was 5 months pregnant, and I didn't get to meet my son when he was born just because I was detained in an immigration center. 5 years later, I haven't met my son. You know, he knows that his father is in Mexico. He knows his dad is an activist that's helping a lot of people. But what about his family, you know? This is therapy for me. I feel grateful that I'm in this position where people can look up to me and see that we're creating a community. And by the end of the day, we can have that American dream in Mexico.